Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're not just going to talk about building AI. We are going to crack the code on a powerful formula for cloning AI success, a way to take one proven solution and deploy it across completely different industries. So let's just dive right in with a question that, frustrates so many teams and leaders. Why does every new AI project feel like you're starting from square one? Like you're climbing a brand new mountain every single time? It's a total grind, right? But does it really have to be that way? Because let's be honest, that approach, building every single solution from the ground up, it's a total trap. It just burns through your most valuable resources, your time, your money, your best people. You finally solve one problem, and then the next one feels like it's a million miles away. And get this, that number is just staggering. Reinventing the wheel can cost you 80% of your development time and budget. I mean, just think about that for a second. What could you do if you got 80% of your effort back on every single project? What if you could stop reinventing and start multiplying? Okay, so how do we actually break out of that cycle? Well, that's what this is all about. There's a proven, repeatable formula for this. We're going to walk through step by step how you can take something that works and just systematically adapt it to solve a completely different problem. And this is the core idea right here. AI experience replication. Now, this is not just about, copying and pasting a bunch of code. No way. It's a strategic process. It's about systematically breaking down what made something successful, intelligently adapting it, and then making sure it actually works in a new context. The key is you never start from zero. You always adapt what's already proven. And it all boils down to this simple three-step formula. This should be your new mantra. Deconstruct, adapt, validate. It sounds simple, but trust me, this little playbook is incredibly powerful. Let's dig in. Okay, this slide right here perfectly explains the whole concept. The best way to think about it is like a car. Every successful AI has a universal engine. We're calling that the core. This is the technical stuff, right? The RAG frameworks, the agent workflows, the parts that just work no matter what. But then it has the custom body, the industry shell, and that's everything that makes it unique for a specific job. Its knowledge, its rules, even its personality. So when we get to that first step, deconstruct, it really comes down to asking three critical questions. First, who is the user? Simple enough. Second, what is their goal? What are they trying to do? But this third one, this is the most important one. Why not? What are the absolute non-negotiable red lines? The things this AI must never do? This question is everything. It builds your safety rails, and it's the key to doing this responsibly. All right, now for the really fun part. Let's see this formula in action. We're going to take a pretty standard AI, an e-commerce chatbot for a skincare brand, and use it as our master template to build, well, pretty much anything. Now, you might be asking, why a skincare chatbot? Well, it's because e-commerce bots are kinda one of the most mature AI applications out there. That core engine they have, the part that understands intent, searches for info, and gives an answer, it's super solid. It's been tested, it's robust, and it's incredibly versatile. Okay. Look closely at this because this chart lays out the entire strategy. What's the one thing you don't see here? The universal core. Why? Because it doesn't change. That's the whole point. All we're doing is swapping out the industry shell, the user's need, those critical red lines, and the AI's persona. This is it. This is where the magic happens. First up, finance. Let's take that friendly skincare bots engine and drop it into the high-stakes, super regulated world of finance. For finance, it's all about locking it down, managing risk. So we slap on some really strict red lines. Absolutely no investment advice, no market predictions. Then we totally change its personality. It's not a friendly helper anymore. It's a neutral, almost cold compliance officer. And the most critical piece, we inject a mandatory compliance check right into its workflow. See? Same engine, but now it's wrapped in a financial fortress. Okay, next up, let's grab that same core engine and see what happens when we retool it for the incredibly sensitive and personal world of healthcare. So here, the whole game shifts from risk to, well, to care. The red lines are just as absolute, but they're different. No diagnosing, no prescribing, and maybe the biggest one, no replacing a human doctor ever. Its persona gets a total makeover into a warm, empathetic triage guide. The key tool we add is an empathy layer, right in the prompt design, to make sure every single response is supportive and, above all, safe. And for our last one, let's take this formula to education. This one's really interesting because the goal completely flips. It's not about giving information anymore, it's about helping someone understand. And yeah, this is a total 180. The main red line here is simple. You can't just give the answer away. No helping students cheat. So what do? You change its persona to be like an encouraging Socratic tutor. And you redesign the whole workflow so it guides with questions instead of spitting out answers. It goes from being an answer machine to a genuine thinking partner. And hey, this isn't just some abstract theory. This is happening right now, powering some of the most innovative companies out there. You've got Lemonade, whose AI agent settles insurance claims in like 3 seconds. You've got Wobot, which is a 24/7 mental health companion with that empathetic shell we talked about. And Conmigo is literally that Socratic tutor we just designed. It proves the point. One core engine can power countless world-changing solutions. So let's bring this back to you. What does all this mean for your career, for your team? It's really about a massive mindset shift. It changes how you see your own role in this whole AI space. And if there's one thing you take away from this, it's this quote right here. When you master this formula, your value skyrockets. You stop being a function developer, someone who just builds features in a silo. You become a solution expert. You're the architect who sees the underlying patterns and can apply them to solve huge problems, frankly, in any industry you want. Your expertise really becomes about this philosophy. It's about knowing deep down what's unchanging, that technical core, the engine, and then mastering the art of what does change, that custom industry shell, the body. Knowing the difference and knowing how to work with both, that's what makes you absolutely invaluable. Look, this isn't just a clever technique. It's a full-on playbook. It is the key to becoming an industry-agnostic expert. It gives you the ability to look at a problem, whether it's in finance or healthcare or whatever, and immediately see the path to a solution because you recognize that core structure underneath it all. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. You have the formula now. Deconstruct, adapt, validate. The only limit, really, is the size of the problems you're willing to take on. So my question to you is, what problem are you going to solve with this?